Welcome to LegalBid, your fast pass for choosing legal help. The following video is for a second offense DUI drugs within 7 years. Before we start speaking about DUIs, let's cover some definitions. According to Arizona Revised Statute 28-101.24, driving means to operate or be in physical control of a motor vehicle, meaning you don't necessarily need to be driving for an officer to use that word. The meaning under the influence means that the person is under the influence of alcohol, drugs, medicines, vapors, any toxins, or any substance that impairs a person under the slightest degree. Typically, in the state of Arizona, there are 4 ways that a law enforcement can approach you to start a DUI investigation. First is a traffic violation, like driving too fast, running a red light, etc. Second is by a welfare check. An example of this would be a car crashed in the middle of the road or a car parked on the side of the freeway, etc. Third is by a complaint or by a third-party observation. For example, a witness calling 911 complaining that a person driving too fast or weaving in and out of lanes. Fourth is a DUI checkpoint. Once the individual gets pulled over, law enforcement will ask questions such as, "Have you been drinking tonight?" or "Where are you coming from?" hoping you will say from a bar or something incriminating. In Arizona, along with most of the country, you have the right to prevent criminal incrimination. Therefore, it is your choice if you choose to answer that question. If you give incriminating comments, or even if you admit to drinking a drop of alcohol, you are automatically opening the doors for a probable cause to believe that you are possibly committing a crime. Usually, if you incriminate yourself, the next step is doing some form of field sobriety test. Some type of physical test that an officer may ask you to do are the following: horizontal gaze nystagmus, eye coordination test, walk and turn, one-legged stand. In the state of Arizona, it is not required for an individual that is under investigation of DUI to take any field sobriety test. Other evidence that the officer can use are visual and physical observations, such as slurred speech, bloodshot eyes, lack of balance, smell of alcohol, etc. A portable breathalyzer test, PBT, is not admissible in Arizona, but in most cases, officers around the state have PBTs handy. If you submit to a PBT, and if you blow a degree of alcohol over 0.04 for commercial drivers and over 0.05 for everyone else, it helps the officer to justify an arrest for further testing. After the officer is successful on piling up evidence against you, the next step is an arrest. A law enforcement will arrest you temporarily and collect a breath sample with an admissible machine, such as an Intoxilyzer 8000 or 9000. They also have the option to take a blood test, 2 vials, or a urine analysis, or all 3 of them. If you are at this point, Arizona has a law that is called implied consent, ARS 28-1321B, meaning if you refuse to take any of these tests, your privileges to drive will be suspended or denied for a minimum of 12 months. Failure of doing the test correctly may also count as a refusal. The officer might also tell you that if you do not take the test, blood vials or urine test or Intoxilyzer 8000 or 9000, they can obtain a search warrant and force you to take it. If it gets to this point, it may turn a bit ugly. While you are arrested, they will ask you more incriminating questions, such as, on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, how intoxicated do you believe you are? As stated before, you have the right to prevent self-incrimination. Typically, after they are done with their investigation, they release you unless there are aggravating circumstances. Most DUIs are Class 1 misdemeanors, meaning that they all carry up to a maximum punishment of up to 6 months in jail, plus fines, suspensions of driving privileges, classes and alcohol monitoring, ignition interlock device, but they vary on minimum mandatories, penalties, and those penalties are negotiable depending on how strong or how weak the case is against you. For a second offense misdemeanor DUI, here are the potential sentences. Second offense DUI metabolite or DUI metabolite. Minimum 90 days in jail. Maximum 6 months in jail. Fines and fees of $3,000 or more. Alcohol classes and treatments. Drug classes and treatments. Probation, up to 5 years. Ignition interlock device, minimum 1 year. Minimum of 30 hours of community restitution. Arizona driver's license suspension for 1 year. With all information given, you should be able to make the best informed decision with the type of case that you have. The following statement is not a legal advice, but is more common sense. If you buried yourself with evidence against you, the likelihood that your case will be dropped or dismissed is extremely unlikely. But after digesting your own case, if you know that the evidence against you is weak, then that places you in a better situation to negotiate or possibly have your case dismissed with the right attorney. At LegalBid.io, we connect you with experienced attorneys who can assist with your DUI case. Based on your situation and preferences, you can explore options and let attorneys bid for the opportunity to represent you. Here's how it works. Option 1. Novice Lawyer. This option features attorneys who have been practicing DUI law for at least 2 years. These attorneys are well versed in the field and offer affordable services starting around $2,500 to $5,000, including handling the MVD hearing to protect your driving privileges and representing you through court procedures, excluding trial. Many DUI cases in Arizona don't go to trial, but if yours does, trial fees would be separate. With this option, you simply provide your case details and attorneys practicing in your court jurisdiction will bid for your case, giving you the power to choose who aligns best with your needs and budget. Option 2. Experienced Lawyer. If you're looking for a higher level of expertise, this option features attorneys with over 6 years of experience in DUI law. These attorneys bring enhanced knowledge, courtroom exposure, and advanced trial skills to pursue the best possible outcome. Their fees typically range from $5,000 to $8,500, including MVD procedures. Trial fees are separate. You share your case and desired terms, and these seasoned professionals will bid to earn your trust and business. Option 3. Top-notch lawyer. For high-profile or complex cases where the stakes are high, this option connects you with the top-tier attorneys in the field. These attorneys have 10-plus years of experience, and some are board-certified specialists, recognized by the Arizona State Bar for their exceptional standards. They meticulously analyze every detail of your case, employ expert witnesses when necessary, and fight relentlessly for your defense. This level of representation is ideal for clients such as doctors, executives, or other professionals where a conviction could significantly impact their careers or lives. Fees typically range from $8,500 to $13,000, including MVD services. Trial fees are separate. Submit your case, and these elite attorneys will bid for the privilege to represent you. Next steps. Your journey to finding the right attorney starts with sharing your case details on LegalBid.io. Law firms specializing in your type of case and court jurisdiction will review your information and bid to represent you. You'll have the flexibility to compare bids and select the attorney who best fits your needs, preferences, and budget. Take control of your defense today. Let the right attorney come to you through LegalBid.io. We trust you've gained more knowledge and will make the best decision from the available lawyer options. Each attorney, from novice to experts, aims to achieve case dismissal or obtain the best possible result with the least exposure possible. Best of luck, and may you have a great experience using our platform.